right, I am so excited to be here today with Sue Jacobson. Sue is the chair of the board for the Chamber of Commerce of Greater Philadelphia. She's the president of Jacobson Strategic Communications. And Sue, thanks for being with us.
Well, I'm so happy to be with you, and especially you. I'm a big fan of yours.
Thank you. I'm a big fan of yours.
Well,
so that's amazing.
All right, interview's done.
We're good. We're good to go. All right, so Sue, you're one of 3 chairs of this initiative. So I wonder if you can tell us a little bit about how Ready Set Philly came to be.
So I love this story, and it's actually a very organic story, and sort of not a sad story, but essentially it did start at the beginning of COVID, when the Chamber set up all of these initiatives called Recharge and Recover. There were initiatives really to help jumpstart the city and to help Black and brown businesses. And Bill Hankowski, who's one of our great leaders and on the executive board at the Chamber, came to me and said, Sue, we're missing something. And he said, what we're missing is when the time is right. And of course, we didn't realize it would be over a year. But he said, when the time is right, we need to be ready to open up the city right away. And I love that idea. So I went to a couple people for advice. I went to Merrill Levitz, who used to run Visit Philly, said, what do you think? Went to Stephanie Nadoff, who was a former commerce director, said, what do you think? They loved it. They had a lot of ideas. And we then went to the mayor, Mike Rashid, and everybody, and said, would you like us to work on this with you? And they said, absolutely. And so that's really how Ready Set Philly started. And then we started with these expanding the circle a bit. It was really wonderful, organic, fabulous thing where we brought in a couple more leaders. We brought in Chris Franklin, and we brought in Greg Devins and others. And Chris Franklin was like, you know what? Get an executive director, I'll fund it. Greg Devins was like, I'll put someone on loan, and which happens to be you as the deputy director. And of course, Angela Val, who's the wonderful director. And that's really how the initiative was born.
We have such an incredible advisory board. We have an amazing task force. And I think that's what's made it so special, the fact that we have people from all industries, all backgrounds, across the city really represented here, all size businesses. So that's been really incredible. And the excitement and the passion has just been unmatched. It's been so exciting to see. We have said this is our dream project. We love this project. And we've brought in so many stakeholders from across all different organizations and industries. So I wonder if you could just talk a little bit about the success of the project, what you've seen so far as the biggest success.
So it's a huge success, right? I mean, this has been a real collaborative effort with everybody getting involved and doing their part, and that's what's so exciting. And the other successful part about this is that you guys immediately jumped in, right? You built templates, you built resources. We got the top CEOs together, right, and did all of these different forums. Everybody, what I love is you can really see how passionate we all are about our city and how much we want to bring it back. And so all of these different stakeholders coming together and doing this wonderful work. The other thing I really love is that, yes, we can all come up with great ideas, but it's really tough to do the implementation. And the fact that you and Angela have led this implementation with all of us coming in to do whatever we can to make it a reality, that's what makes a program a success. And quite frankly, there's nothing like it anywhere in the country. I mean, we should all be really proud of this. It's like people want to come back to the city, and sure, everybody has to do it their own way. Some people will come back more than others, but our city is definitely ready for everybody to come back, and that's really exciting.
It is so exciting. You said it, the collaboration has been unmatched. And what's been so exciting for us is that every single person we call and talk about this with is ready to help. What can we do? How do we get on board? We have, multiple creative agencies all working together to make this work. It has been so exciting to see how much people love Philadelphia and want to get back and want to make sure that they're part of that success. So we've loved that. That's been really good.
Fantastic.
So let's talk about your role as you're a business owner with Jacobson Strategic. You are also the chair of the Chamber. So I feel like you have a unique perspective on the future of work. What do you think is going to happen? What can we expect?
Again, I really feel like it's very hybrid. So my business, 10 years ago, we actually decided that we were going to let people work from home. And at that point, people thought we were kind of crazy, but I knew that it was a really wonderful way to get talent. However, everybody does it differently, and that's really the most interesting thing that we're learning. So the future of work is really going to depend on individuals. But I do think there is, and I've heard this a lot from other companies, there's a little bit of fear of being left out, that people will want to come back to the city because they're going to want to be with their peers, they're going to want to collaborate in person. So it's going to be, and I'm sure you're seeing it too, there's every which way. Is there going to be a path to the future? I'm not sure about that. I think that it's really going to be whatever individual companies and what their needs to do. I think Deloitte, has just said everybody's staying at home. I think it was JP Morgan said everybody's coming in. So again, it really depends.
No, you're so right. And you guys were cutting edge, staying home, 10 years ago, being remote. So I love that, forward thinking. But I talked to somebody yesterday who said, my office just opened up and they said I can come a couple of days a week. I'm going every day because I can't wait to get out of the house. So I think we're kind of, seeing a big change across the industry, and people are ready to get back out there, and people want to be together in person again. So it's really exciting.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I think September is going to feel like a normal back to school, back to work kind of situation. So it's pretty exciting. I can't wait to get there.
I know.
Me
it's
too.
Be really
I'm ready to go shopping. It's exciting.
I'll go with you.
Okay, so we like to end with a fast five. So I'm going to ask you 5 of your favorite things, and we want to hear what you got.
Okay.
All right, what is your favorite cheesesteak?
Pets.
Landmark.
Philadelphia Museum of Art.
Okay, restaurant.
Cake up in Chestnut Hill.
Park.
Forbidden Blood.
And mascot.
Gritty.
Who doesn't love gritty? Well, that's a great way to end. We're gritty.
Great, Michele.
Thanks so much,
Thank
Sue.
you.
We'd love to have you.
Love talking to you.